Genetics means the origination of a thing or bringing about a new or the formation. The word genetics consists of the prefix gen meaning something produced or gene, meaning an agent transmitted from parent to offspring, and the suffix etix means pertaining to the nature of a thing. The genes themselves are complex chemical packets. They are a part of the large deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, molecules found in the nuclei or cells. By influencing the interactions of the cells, the genes direct the formation of tissues that are formed to build or grown. The different organs and structure of the body in general. DNA molecules contain the matrix code for the production of chemicals known as enzymes. The genes as active parts of DNA molecules contain the matrix code for the reproduction for various substances the cell needs if they are to live and be grown. So, in actual fact, by controlling enzymes and by influencing the interactions of the cells, the genes direct the formation of tissues that are found to build the different organs and structures of the you. Now know that outside intakes of all kinds, be they sounds, voices, music, noise, drinks, alcohol, smoke, drugs and intoxicants, body fluids, food, air, contact, fright, pleasure and lawanic colors, such as lights or those projected from TV screens, cinema screens, all these can affect your genes and change your akal mind, katat body, and tashorat emotions, alter your fatar al-fatar natural nature to unnatural nature, from sane to unsane. Yes, your DNA can be affected by outside influences, seed mixing, culture changes and beliefs. All these can and do affect you and your future generations from up to 4 generations, just as from you, back 4 generations, and all that they exchange with is now you and will affect your offspring. The West teaches their Asha-U females, young fat A-tat-U girls, that it's okay to have many boyfriends before marriage, that is Janus sex with multi-partners, receive their body fluids orally and vaginally, and each Ayash male dumps their past 4 generations into that fat A-tat girl, along with her own. So think if a young girl had 4 or more young Zazas you men sexually while young, as her katat body is still growing into womanhood, her whole anatomy, physique, form, figure changes, much of their natural feminine is transformed. You see it by their yadad twi hands, it may look masculine, their kadam twi feet, their sawat voice, some grow facial hair and think and look like a fat A boy or Zaza's man. Things they did as a young fat A-tat girl affects them as they grow. And yes, what their mother did to her katat body can affect the daughter's feminism or femininity, how you mashui walk, haruk and debor talk. All because of the past 4 generations of Asha-U females in a Yashar family. Now take another look at Zazastat-U women, you know, with their non-feminine body shape, no hips, flat butt, small to no halam twi breasts, short wabar hair growth, yadad twi hands that resemble male hands as well as feet that resemble male feet, her voice, things she does, not wanting to learn as is feminine natural nature, such as tabuk cooking, sewing, weaving, rerkas dancing, things that our ancient Asha-U female Salafu ancestors did naturally. They even lack the desire to beautify themselves. It's the genes that's responsible for all the features that make you look as you do, different from all others, even twins. The composition of your body organs, which include your Dhamma brain, which is also an organ of thinking, are governed by your genes. They even want to do male violent sports. This is the minds of the females in the West because of their exchange of so much male body fluids in their lives, and make it seem normal for young girls and young Zazas-tat-U women to have many sex partners before and even after marriage, and they don't like any Sabat cultures that won't allow the Laban Salal white race to their Sa'a-U sons or Sa'a-tat-U daughters. Look at the West media, cinema, TV, even chemicals they offer their women nude or naked or exposed. They let married women kiss other men, because she claims I am an actress, I can kiss male actors. An open mouth exchange of saliva on TV and in cinemas, and is made to seem okay, because she is an actress getting paid to do this. Prostitution is what it is. Now Negro female actresses are doing the same. Yet, this does and will affect their next generation, their akal minds, katat body, ka'a spirit, body soul and nakab health and gender. Your genes, DNA structure, nakab health, wabar hair, kashar sabag skin hue, ayal mawan eye color, and damam nawa blood type, and even zahanon intelligence in the nucleus of every cell in your katat body. There are at least millions of genes. Altogether they do too much to decide what you will look like and how you will think. It is in the Rabin Tanwa 4th generation of Hawan-U animals and Garazat plants that the recessive traits show up mostly. Wahan Tanwa, 1st generation, 100, Athan Tanwa, 2nd generation, 100, Thalan Tanwa, 3rd generation, 100, and Rabin Tanwa, 4th generation, 100. From 1600 year slave trade from 1600 AD plus 400 year gives you 1600 plus 400 equals the year 2000 AD. So the year 2000 AD was 4 generations of the abuse of slave masters, and now has affected the minds of Negroes in the West to want to live in the image and after the likeness of their slave master. More than ever they see themselves as being accepted when in actual fact, they are not. You also have more hybrids, mulattoes, mixed seeds in the public than ever before, more race marriages than ever before, and this is a sign of the end of the pure Laban Salal white race. All the new Karaji child are non-whites. New Wapians humans have genes that give a trait called alleles. The trait that manifests itself is called dominant. The trait that hides or masks itself is called recessive. Caucasus Caucasoid have recessive genes. Nagar Negroids have dominant genes as melaninite children, the black African race. Investigation of hereditary laid the foundation for the science of genetics in the 1800s. The studies on or is based on dominant and recessive genes that reappear throughout the generations and offspring. So this confirmed genetic kiss, or the Hakak al-Hakak actual fact that a person is a subtotal of their experiences and what is passed on from the past 4 generations. Meaning New Wapian Yashar family, whatever you take in, whatever you are exposed to, whatever afflicts you physically, helps to make your personality, which can become a part of your DNA and your genetic coding. It doesn't matter if the mother or father has the physical afflictions, it can be passed on to the child much like any other disease such as diabetes, arthritis, sickle cell anemia, cancer or mental instability, or physical disabilities such as muscular dystrophy or multiple sclerosis. These examples are understood to be inherited traits from your genetics. New Wapian Yashar family, you must be very careful with whom you sleep, kiss, have sex and exchange body fluids. Don't be fooled by outside good looks or fast talkers who can get into your family DNA or give you STD. That is sexually transmitted diseases. Some can kill you, others stay with you for life and can be passed on to others, venereal or from Latin venous love. Yes, love disease, you think you found your soul mate or true love and end up with a venereal disease for life and they move on. Such as herpes, from Greek herpain to creep, a viral disease causing small blisters on the skin and mucous membranes, and this one is with you for the rest of your life and it can be spread. Also warts, a small usually hard tumorous growth on the skin caused by a virus. Also sexually transmitted, and there is syphilis, another sexually transmitted disease caused by a spirochete, and also gonorrhea or gonorrhea, venereal disease with inflammation of the genital organs. Also there is AIDS or acquired immune deficiency syndrome, a condition of certain leukocytes resulting in infections, cancer, neural degeneration, also called HIV, a retrovirus that infects human T cells and causes AIDS. This leads to death. All these and more awaits you in the Tapal world. You never know by looking at a person do they have it. Most will even lie about having one or more. And know this actual fact, New Wapian feminine, once you contact a genetic disease you are no longer a recorder of your family bloodline. Also, once you have as a female had sex with more than 4 males, your genetics has been invaded by male hormones overpowering your own. Vanas Tasu, you feminine are the keepers of our upcoming 24,000-year story. So know this feminine, you each hold the fate of our Salai race, Shabat tribe, Takum nation, and Yashar family in your Raham womb. Only you can protect that divine right. So the Kuraju children inherit from their Manashu parents, or 33 1/3 from the mother, 33 1/3 from the father, and 33 1/3 that is you. 100% or 23 chromosomes from your mother and 23 chromosomes from your father, that gives you your 46 chromosomes. And both of you offer your side of your family for 4 generations. So you see, within each of you are these 30 relatives, your Salafu ancestors, and each of their personal lives affect your own. Their bad habits, addictions, mental states, and all they slept with. Your 30 relatives are, they said, the ones who speak in your head, who can mislead you or guide you. Now think each person you exchanged body fluids with share their own relative with your own. You came out with both parents, their positives and negatives, and also go back 4 generations to the 30 people before this. So many people hear voices wad good or dodge evil. Some even see dead relatives or have their whole lives destroyed by relatives who were over lustful, or drug addicts, or alcoholics, or killers. All this can affect you by way of your Yashar Yakazat family genes or others you allow in your Katat body. Now add this to the race of wicked evil people, the Adamites, and all the evil they promote day and night all around you on Talfaz TV, cinemas, and in games. Then war with bloodshed, fighting, and so many people in games, sports, and those who lose project their feelings of defeat and sadness in the air. Games lost, test failed, fights, arguments, and breakup are all the negatives that they create all day around. All this has an effect on you and those around you. How they promote drinking, intoxicants, beer, wine, whiskey, the use of drugs, medications, smoking. He promotes this on TV. All day they're always drinking or smoking or half dressed or undressed. They're always killing and having sex. It's all part of their evil plan to program you, then you do it on your own. Look at the hip hop world. Now they all drink, smoke cigars as they saw gangsters do in cinema, so they think it makes them look cool. It was programmed to destroy their genes and newfound wealth and freedom of choice. The race of devils can't have that. You're not their slaves or servants or being used to protect them. They can't deal with the new Kamam Salal black race the world over, and they know as this is happening and your genes will upgrade free of them and their image and likeness. They, the Laban Salal white race, is the cult of all cults, anyone who won't live under them by their laws and beliefs they seek to destroy. Cult 1. Celtics, 2. Celtics, and 3. Celtics. That 3 became 6 kings, or in Roman numerals, VI kings, Vikings, savages who came out of Mayarap Europe raping, robbing, stealing, killing. By Vikings they mean 6 ether kindred. The number 6 is for Genesis chapter 6, where their women was raped by Nephilim and bred wicked evil Gibberim. Genesis 6 1-5. They are what their Bible and Quran call the devil race. You have Wu-Nawap to cure you of their mental and physical Kali disease of the genes. Know this Nagar, you Negroids, Pa Kakas, you the Caucasoid don't want Mukmam, you blacks around them, yet they want blacks here in America or Europe to abuse. That is their Da'u Fadar evil nature. He is now being exposed as the great Wu-Sabat liar, the great fabricator, deceiver, and now it's clear that everything the Laban Salal white race taught about this Wahoo Makwin universe was wrong. Everything they taught about this solar system was wrong. Everything they taught about this Mikwak planet was wrong. Everything they taught about the dinosaurs was wrong. Everything they taught about the creation of humanoids is wrong. Everything they teach about history are lies. His religion and their history are lies. They live by lust, luster, and pleasures. They were made 6,000 years ago in the image of heathenism, Muzayad Mother y'all you extraterrestrials, and they seek to make you in their image and like them, heathens. The whole T'Pol world is now seeing that everything that the West used as education was wrong. They have to rewrite all of history, everything from medical and healthcare to astrology and astronomy, from biochemistry to biology, from geology to geometry, from genealogy to gerontology. Yet, he is great in theology to theory and philosophy, that of opinions he lives by, lies, no fact, only faith, hopes, beliefs, fictions, legends, fairy tales, unproven stories and unconfirmed history. The white race's whole history is nothing except lies he made up. With all the actual facts being uncovered each month about so much they lied about or outright made up, such as bones being found all over the world, many that predate 2,000 years to 4,000 years, or from their so-called Jesus to their so-called Moses, then back 6,000 years according to the Jewish rabbis of the creation date of Adam 3761 BCE, now Nuwapians with all the renowned names of Shakas you people, Zazas you men, Zazistit you women, SABAT-U tribes. Not one ajam bone has been uncovered found of Adam, Eve, Cain, Abel, Seth, Enos, Enoch, Erid, Mehujael, Methuselah, Lamech, Ada, Zillah, Jabal, Jubal, Canaan, Mahalaleel, Jared, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Down to Canaan and also to Abraham, Sarai, Hagar, Keturah or Ishmael, Isaac, Midian or Jacob and Esau. The tribes of Ishmaelites, the tribes of Israelites, the tribes of Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, all the way to Jesse, David, Solomon, Moses, Aaron, Miriam down to Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. Not one of these thousands of people who all died in the same area of the Middle East. Their name record of their bloodline Matthew 1:1-17. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations, and from David until the carrying away into Babylon 14 generations, and from the carrying away into Babylon unto Christ are 14 generations. Like 3:23-38 both books of the Chronicles and Quran 3:33, he is sent down upon you, O Muhammad, the book in truth, confirming what was before it. And he revealed the Torah and the Gospel. All gave a name list in order, yet not one bone of any of these people ever found in the small part of Taha earth. And yes, much excavation and archaeological expeditions, digging and exploration has been going on in that area over many years by the very best in hopes to find any proof that any of the Bible and Quranic persons really lived. Bones of Mukmat-U Egyptians, mummies found. The same for South Americans, Asians, and Indians that date back thousands and millions of years. Yet, not one person of the Bible and Quran which only date back 6,000 years or 2,000 years ago. Why? Because it's lies, fictional. He made him a white man in his own image, a lie. He made this unseen God have a son by a Jewish woman, Mary, who he again presents to the T'Pol world in his own image, a white man he called Jesus Christ, yet has not given one shred of evidence that he ever physically existed, only in Safa books written by himself about his race. It's all lies. He chose places on Taha earth that did exist then, created his stories around the places you read in about in their Bible. The places exist yet the people did not, they're fictional, truth is truth. We Africans have our bones, our Purarit temples, our stories which can be confirmed and proved. We walked upright on this planet millions of years ago. We built the Murarit pyramids and so much more all over Afef Re Ka Africa. We live in peace before the coming of the white race to Africa, to Australia, to India, to South America, lands of people of color. The human then came with chaos, rape, wars, intoxicants, his lust, luster and sexual perversions and pleasures all in a moment of delight. The word in Bible and Quran for their first inhabitation is the Garden of Eden, Genesis 3:24. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, and a flaming sword which turned every way, to keep the way of the tree of life. Yet, what does that really mean in the language? Enclosure of delights, gone, Eden. That is the Hebrew meaning, an enclosed place of sexual pleasures and delights. Also found in the Quran 2:35 and Quran 13:23, the exact same meaning as the Hebrew, in the Arabic, Jannah, Eden. Their Bible starts off about sex and pleasures, that's how they live today, Genesis 1:28, and God blessed them. And God said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Genesis 9:11, And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. To say be fruitful and multiply, their gods Elohim are saying have sex, breed just as you would want on your farm of animals you plant or use as food, so it's all about sexual pleasures. If you look up the original Chaldea word you will find the real meaning, pleasure, delight, and the Arabic Quran took it from the Hebrew. It was a place where the extraterrestrials, aliens they called gods, came to Mikwak Taha planet Earth for pleasures, even sex with their own creation, Genesis 6:1-5. The Garden of Eden has now been found to have been in Arabia, and the persons are found in the Sumerian stone tablets, their true names and lustful events. They were called Adapa and Titi and were of the Hindu religion as monks and nuns, and were the mother Kawa and father Adamu of the white race, fair, ruddy flush, reddish, the colored people, not the people of color. And their makers or breeders called we and us, who are more than just one being and in fact a group of many Kameu aliens. They were Anunnaki, Pleiadians, and Dragonians. Once transposed and translated into new dialects they became Anakim, Elohim, and Al-Haadi.